So here are some of the statements that you wanted um, to add to the interview stuff. So hopefully this will work. You can edit it for however you need it. Some quotes, okay. Most of the parents don't understand us pushing our kids so hard. They don't get it. They don't get why we do it. But while they're complaining or not understanding or whatever the case may be, those of us who push our kids are running circles around these other people's kids. They're excelling academically. They're excelling athletically. For me, my kids have manners. They are well behaved. Their grades are good. They excel athletically. They, just are all around good kids. And so, for those who complain about why we push them so hard, maybe you should push your kid a little harder too. Some people may call me a psycho mom, a crazy mom, whatever, but I'm always there. I'm always there for my kids. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's school, if it's athletics, if it's with their friends, I'm going to be there. Call me psycho mom if you want to, but I'm going to be psycho involved mom. I'm involved in every aspect of my children's lives, whether they like it or not. They don't get a choice. That's, one of the perks of being a mom is that I get to choose, and they don't get an option. I'm going to be there. First date, prom, competitions, whatever. I'm going to be involved, and they don't get a say so. Too bad. I pretty much expect perfection from my children. I expect them to give 150% and nothing less, period. And I just happen to know that my kids are so great that if they give 150%, they will be the best. They will be perfect. It will be perfection if they give their 150%, which is why I push them to do that. When it comes to athletics, I'm not one of those frou-frou moms that thinks, oh, everyone should get a chance to play. Go to the rec department if you want that. If you want everybody to get a chance to play, go to the rec department. If you're outside of the rec department and you're in a competitive sport, even academics, if you're on an academic team, if you want your child to be the top and to be seen and be noticed, the top of their class, valedictorian, whatever the case may be, everybody doesn't get the chance. The kids who get the chance are the ones who work the hardest. So if you want your kid to be the best, if you want your kid to get noticed, then work hard for it. Period. Everybody doesn't get a chance unless this is rec ball. There was a time last season that Kaylee was struggling with athletics, with her cheerleading, and we chose in the end to see a sports psychologist. And we saw a sports psychologist because I felt that she had a lot of pressures on her at a very young age, and I felt that I contributed to those pressures, and so I felt like there should be a third party, and if it could be someone who was an expert, that was even better. So we called in a sports psychologist who is an expert in working with children in athletics who are dealing with mental, issues, whether it's the weight of the pressure or whatever's going on. And in just a couple of times of talking to her, she was better. There needed to be a third party, someone who was not involved with her every day in order to help get her through that. I chose to do that because I knew that she did not truly want to quit cheering. I knew that she was very good at what she did, and I couldn't let her give up on something that she was that talented at. And I was right. I was completely right. People can say what they want to say, that I make her cheer, all of this stuff, but I know my daughter. And no matter what she said, she did not truly want to quit. What she wanted was to be the best. She wanted to be over her mental block. She wanted to be better. And she couldn't figure out how to get better. So as a mom, that's my job. I provided her with the tools to get better. And as soon as we took some pressure off and got her that help from that sports psychologist, she was back on top and better than ever. And I'm pleased to say right now that she is the best that she's ever been. So I was right. Sacrifice it. I have, through the course of my daughter being so involved in my children's lives, I have lost some relationships. Other people who I may have been friends with, or even family members that I may have been close to. It was kind of hard to maintain that relationship because I am so involved with the girls that I can't sacrifice that time with them to spend a lot of time with those other people. I would say because of athletics, I've lost some friendships due to people that are jealous of her talent, which she's a kid and she's just doing the best that she can, and it's not her fault that she works hard and that she's got talent and she's got ability. She's also there for her team. She cried like a baby last year when she wasn't tumbling very well, not necessarily just because she wasn't tumbling, but all she could tell me was, "Mommy, I'm letting the team down. I want to quit because I'm letting my team down. I'm letting my team down." And it hurt me very badly because she was worried about letting her team down, yet there are people who I suspect were probably happy that she was not tumbling because that meant that they could get some spotlight. I strive to ensure that my children are the best that they can be because that's my overall personality. That's what I do with myself, is I always strive to be the best that I can be. I did not come from the best home life as a kid. I put myself through college. I came from a very small town and I got myself out of there. I've done so much with my life on my own independently. I want to pass that along to my children. I want to equip them with the tools to be able to take care of themselves if they have to. It's great to have relationships. It's great to have a significant other or have great friends or whatever the case may be, but in the end, you got yourself. In the end, you count on yourself, and that's all you're going to count on. You can trust yourself when you can't trust anyone else. And so I want them to be equipped with the ability to take care of themselves. There is no plan B for if cheer doesn't work out, other than academics. Academics is the plan A always, because, just like any other athlete, if you blow out your knee or, are severely injured to the point where you cannot perform athletically anymore, you've got to at least still have your brain. So sports are plan B behind academics, but there is no plan outside of cheer. There is no other sport for them. There is none of that. They have the ability, they have the natural skills. There is no other plan. As far as grades, again, both of my children are smart, very smart. With me having a teaching background, it's very important to me that my girls perform well at school. Again, like I said, I did not come from the best uh, background financially as a child, and I know the struggle of not being able to provide financially. And so the only way that I was able to go to college and become something myself was through my grades. If I had not kept my grades up, I would not have been able to do that. So it is very important to me that they keep their grades up, because I need them to understand that same thing. I need them to understand that financially, college is rough. And those grades have to stay up so that they can get scholarships, because I'm a single mom. I can't guarantee that in 8 years, when Kaylee gets ready to go to college, that I can just hand her tens of thousands of dollars to go to college. So her grades have to stay up. I prefer A's. I am getting a little better. I'm coming to terms with bringing a few B's home. C's aren't acceptable. If C's are brought home, then there are major punishments. We take the phone away, whatever the case may be. But I expect A's. I will accept a couple of B's on some daily assignments that come home. I expect all A's on report cards. That's just the way it is. If my children weren't capable of A's, I wouldn't expect them. I expect their very best. That's what I teach my kids. I expect your best. It's just so happening that I'm lucky that the best for my kids are A's and top-notch athletic performances.